Qatar is stepping up its legal battle against the UAE, accusing it of human rights violations. The two are members of the Gulf Cooperation Council, the regional body created to boost cooperation and referee spats among its members, has been crippled by a diplomatic dispute. So Doha is turning instead to the International Court of Justice. Last June, UAE, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain and Egypt severed diplomatic ties with Qatar and imposed a land, sea and air blockade. Qatar alleges that its citizens were either illegally expelled or denied access to the UAE, where they have families or own property.
I think it's highly likely that the International Court of Justice will accept jurisdiction. And so what Qatar is seeking at this stage is more of a cease and desist order. So to prevent any further violations and to remedy, compensate those that have suffered.
The blockading countries accuse Qatar of funding extremism, accusations strongly dismissed by Doha. The US fears a prolonged crisis would undermine its push to contain Iran's growing influence and defeat ISIL.
Well, I think it continues to be fractured and dangerous. I mean, the amount of weaponry that's being poured into the region is escalating on an almost daily basis. The language is escalating, particularly given John Bolton's push against Iran.
This legal action is made possible because of the four blockading countries. UAE is the only one to have signed up to the 1965 International Convention on the elimination of all forms of racial discrimination. Lawyers representing the UAE challenged the case and asked the court to dismiss it. Qatar, though, says it remains determined to pursue all legal means to end the blockade. The court case brought by Qatar against the UAE is another sign of the ongoing tension triggered by the GCC crisis. It's been 14 months since the blockade was imposed, and people fear more instability and uncertainty if differences cannot be set aside to end the worst political crisis the region has ever seen. Hashem Ahelbarra, Al Jazeera, Doha.